Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgetz channel with me, Ven, and today we're looking at Star Citizen Alpha 3.7 patch, and we'll take a look at the patch notes and some of the additional gameplay that this patch brings us. Right then, so before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. Hit the thumbs up icon or the thumbs down icon if you like or dislike this video. But if you want to keep up to date with my videos, hit the bell icon for notifications. Okay, so we'll kick off by taking a look at the roadmap as it stands and the things that are coming in 3.7. So the first thing to kick off is stuff to do with characters, and they're adding the MacFlex rucksack core, and what this is basically a rucksack to hold all of your harvested items, because in this patch harvesting is being added, and so is FPS mining. So working very much like the prospector ship, you have a special prospecting tool or a multi-tool. I don't quite know yet, we will find out. And you can harvest from the ground and from cave systems which have been implemented mineable ore and bits and pieces. So that's the first part of that. But then we have character customization system, which is almost complete. 84 items complete, or tasks complete of 88, so only 4 to go. Moving on to locations, finally we're getting some new Star Marine maps. There were only 2 up until recently, and I think this is the 3rd. But we're also getting a 4th called Caves. So you've got the Good Doctor, and Caves. Caves are added for the FPS mining, so that you can land on a planet, find a cave, and go and do some mining in the cave. Do some spelunking. Okay, so AI, finally. AI really is terrible in game at the moment. If you've been on one of the missions where you go to the orbiting the Carrera security space station, and you have to take out people there, there's usually about 7 of them. In fact, what I'll do is, whilst I'm talking, is I'll have in the background a video of me doing that particular mission, and the AI is just terrible. So finally, Human AI Combat version 2, improving the player PvE experience by implementing a more modular combat behaviour. And in addition to that, we're also getting AI dogfighting combat version 2, so they're implementing and behaving better AI skills in the ships. Gameplay, quantum enforcement. Now this is part of bounty hunting as much as it is for enforcement of law in a given system. So at the moment, you are regularly interdicted by the security forces, and when that happens you have to bring your ship to a stop. They'll circle round you, give you a scan, make sure nothing untoward's happening, and then you can go on your merry way. If they find anything that they don't like the look of, well, they'll probably start shooting at you. If you fail to stop your ship, then you will be given a penalty and a criminal rating. So, to go along with the cave system, you now have glow sticks. Yay, glow sticks. So, whilst you're traversing the caverns, you can have a glow stick in your hand and see what the hell you're doing. And the other part of this, of course, is the FPS mining, which we've already mentioned, which is what the rucksack is for. So you can carry your harvested and mined items in your backpack. Mission sharing, so mission and reward sharing amongst friends. And to go with the rucksack, the harvesting and the mining, there's the personal commodity inventory. Harvestables, so harvesting plants has been added, or is being added in 3.7. Arena Commander Pirate Swarm improvements, updates and improvements to the Arena Commander Pirate Swarm mode. So I usually use this to practice my space combat. Star Marine would be nice if you could play against a decent AI, so you could perhaps take a stab at the first person shooter stuff without having to engage multiplayer. But never mind, that's not there yet. Maybe at some point in the future. So ship rentals, ability for players to rent ships in games. Now I thought you were able to do this for a while, perhaps in the last patch in 3.6, but that's definitely there. So maybe it's just maybe it's actually to do something else. So IFCS proximity assist, a feature that helps flying near objects by slowing down accelerations dynamically. Weapon attachments version 2, so weapons can have attachments on like scopes and flashlights, that kind of thing. So obviously an update to the attachment systems there. Right, ships and vehicles. Now this one's going to be quite interesting because the RSI Mantis is in development. It's currently got 26 out of 38 tasks complete. Now I'm hoping we're going to get to do a good tour of the Mantis, and if I can, we'll get the Aegis Vanguard in there and the Vanguard Sentinels. We'll have a look around those, do a comparison video. But they're polishing, whereas the Mantis has still got 26 out of 38 tasks to go, and the Banu Defender, the Banu Defender into the game. So then, weapons and items: the Hedeby Salvo Frag Pistol, FPS weapon, and the Kroneg FL-33 laser cannon. Creation and implementation of a new ship weapon. Okay, so that's the roundup of the patch notes. Let's go and have a look at some of this FPS mining and the cave systems. I know, let's go grab a glow stick and do some techno dancing. Right, so character creation has changed slightly. So typically select gender, and then you get the option to cycle through different bits, different sources. Ooh, some of which are new and I haven't seen before. I usually go with that one actually, so I accept that. Actually, cancel. Right, okay, so whole head. So I can apply different skins. Oh, right, oh, I see. Okay. It's quite nice. It's showing me the different parts, look. So yeah, that's definitely different. So usually go for eye colours. How do I... there we go. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Ooh! Okay. I'll go with that. Other than that, I'm not too fussed. Okay, so that's the first new thing, the character generation. That is different. And we want to go to the standard system. Okay, so I'm in Garrity Defence, and this is the new rucksack that you need to do the FPS mining with. You also need a mining tool, which I need to go and find in a minute. But this is your torso or your core item. So let's buy that. Let's confirm. And we'll buy some other bits and pieces of armour to go along with it, and some weaponry. And I'll see if I can find out where the item is, the multi-tool. Right, so in Port Olisar, across the hallway from Garrity Defence, I've just picked up all my armour, and I now look like a bumblebee. Assuming that the yeah, belt's on. Assuming that comes up, this is what I look like now. Yep, there we are, proper bumblebee with me new rucksack. That's the bit you need. But I need to find a utility item that allows you to do the mining, the FPS mining. I don't actually think it's in here. So first things first is, look, there's the glow sticks. the quick flares, as they're called. So let's head over to the weapons. Well, one thing that annoys me about this interface is that you have weapons and utility, and weapons is broken down into attachment and weapons. However, the attachments are the magazines. They are the ammo for your weapons. So normally I start off by getting myself a P4AR. Let's buy one of those. And then whilst we're in here, what we can do is we scroll down and also get a couple of frag grenades. He says not being able to move his mouth very far. 5 frag grenades. Always useful. Okay, I'll pick up some ammo in a minute. There you can see that the quick flares are in there, and here is the new salvo frag pistol. So it has a size 8 magazine, a rate of fire of 140 RPM, an effective range of 80 meters, 10 meters charged. Size 1 optics, size 1 barrel, and under barrel size 1. Right, okay, I'm not interested in one of those. I'm quite happy with the pistol I've got. However, I will buy a couple of glow sticks. They're quite cheap, so that's good. Right, so attachments now. So I've got a P4AR. So right, with laser pointers. Now I've actually got a size 2 weapon. So if I have a quick look at that weapon, it's the P4AR ballistic desert rifle, and it can have a size 2 optic, size 2 barrel, and a size 2 underbarrel. So with the attachments, I'm going to have to use size 1s because there are no size 2. It's size 1 and size 3. So I can buy a laser pointer, and then you've got the varying. And this annoys me because it's like, here's the ammunition. I don't want to see ammunition and attachments in the same sort of tab, if you see what I mean. Let's see, devastating. No, right, stabilizer mods. These are for laser rifles to help you with recoil. You could get a light on the bottom. I don't particularly care. Hologram. Oh, now they're new. I haven't seen one of those, or I haven't bothered with one of those previously. So I'll have a look at one of those. And magazines. There we go. PIR magazines. Buy a few of those. Quite a few of those, because I'm fairly sure I'll get through them. PI4 magazines, and then further down there's the magazines for the frag pistol. You can get the tactical suppressor. So strike silently. That's a size 3, so I can't have one of those on my current weapon, but I can have, because this is a size 2 rather than a size 1, one of those. Can't buy the size 3 though. Muzzle flash hider, so I can actually buy one of those as well. So this will hide any muzzle flash from my ballistic weaponry. Okay, however, you still only have the Medipen and the Oxypen, so let's buy some Medipens, and then that should complete our loadout. And then I need to go and find the tool that I need to actually start extracting minerals from caves in the ground. So let's escape there, and I wish I could just press the escape key and get out of these screens. There's some nasty sort of flashy flickering going on those screens at the minute. I'm sure that's going to upset people's epilepsy. Right, so let's have a quick look at our weapons now as we go into there. And this gives us a chance to have a look at the weapon. So the primary weapon is my Desert Shadow. I can have an optics attachment, and this is where the holographic sight comes in, or the telescopic sight, whichever I fancy. I've had the telescopic before, so I'll go with that. Barrel attachment. So this is the flash hider. I don't think I've got an underbarrel attachment, so no grenade launchers, unfortunately. sidearms. I didn't buy any optics from this sidearm, although I could use that as I'm. All of these items. I'm right. Okay, fair enough. I can always buy another one if I really wanted it. Right, so spare weapon magazine is going to be for my main weapon, because I've got quite a few of those. And I'll keep having to scroll down. That's rather infuriating. And utility grenades. Give me a grenade. Medipen, consumable medipen. Now this is the bit that I think I'm missing. Oh look, there's quick flow. We'll have a quick flow. Now I suspect there's another item that I need to buy to do some FPS mining. I will have a look into that and see if I can find it. Okay, right, I will do that, and I'll tell you where you can get them from if you need them. Right, so I've had to fly over to Levski, and apparently you can buy the multi-tool at Levski here in Conscientious Objects, or you can buy them in Area 18, and you should be able to buy them in Loreville as well, apparently. But what we're looking for is one of these. It's a grey cat, and if you dive over to the screens here, you will find them under weapons. And there it is. So the Pyro RYT multi-tool. So we want one of those. Most definitely. Just the one. However, it doesn't just stop there, because we need the attachments for it. And there are two attachments for it. There's the Orbit Mining attachment, and it's the must-buy base multi-tool to use for the Pyro RYT multi-tool. Need one of those. And I think we'll have the cutter attachment as well. I don't think we need that to go mining. It says just cutting stuff. I think that's for cutting through bits and pieces. Just generalised salvage, I guess. Ah, there's some other compensators here and tactical suppressors. So what's the compensator? Designed that bounces efficiently, expels gas to keep every single shot on target. So this is, so whereas the E mods that we saw in Port Olisar were for energy weapons, this one is for ballistic. So I might buy one of those. Might meaning I will. So let's have a look at our multi-tool. We go to F1 and have a look at our equipment manager. That's classed as a weapon, so we could go with that. So there's the compensator for my primary weapon. Sidearm. No, maybe it's a utility. Or not. Okay, so where do you equip it? Does it have to be a... I've brought myself the multi-tool. Where is it? Ah, there it is. It comes up as a utility item under utility. Right, now we can attach. You can either have the cutter or the mining bit, and I want the mining bit. So let's save those changes. Weird that it classes it as a weapon, but then it comes up as under utility. It kind of makes sense, but then surely when you're buying it on the screens, it would come up under a utility section rather than a weapon section. Still, now we've got all of the bits and pieces we need. We've got the rucksack on our back and the multi-tool in our utility slot. Look, there is hanging by my leg. we can go and do some FPS mining. So I'm going to head probably over to Daymar. I think that's where the cave systems are, and we will have a look at the cave system and see how we go from there. The first part about mining, of course, is prospecting, and to do that we need to use the scanner. So pressing the tab key and then pressing the right mouse button and holding it down, send out a ping. And what that should do is give us an idea of where there's something useful or to mine, and it shows up as these big square boxes, just like as it does in space. So let's have a quick nose around, see if we can find anything. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Lots of loose rocks around, of course, but there we go, look. So what we're also looking for is a symbol that looks like a rock rather than a diamond, because I think the diamond ones are for the first person mining mechanic. Okay. As we get closer, that is a diamond. I don't want that. But we can actually make use of that. That's down there somewhere, because we have the equipment to do it. Is it gone? It was here a second ago. Where's it gone? It's hiding. It's directly below me. No. Ah, yeah, there it is. Look. It might actually be underneath the ground, so let's dive in. Oh no, there it is. It's that tiny, 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 tiny rock there, look. So let's land. And get some first person mining done. World's worst landing ever. Right. Okay, let's go and take a look at this rock. Okay, so pressing F4 brings up the key. Oh, there we go. Pressing and holding the right mouse button. Can vaguely see on the left hand side there the energy level that's going into the rock. I don't seem to have any control over that though. It's going up. Looks like it's about to go. Oh, there we go. Sorted. And then we can stow those items in our new backpack. And there we have it. Right, let's go find some rocks to use with the prospector. Okay, so I found a decent sized rock, and when you do the scan, you can see that it pops up as a sort of like a rock icon instead of a diamond. Let's just get a little bit closer and get out scan mode. Let's do that again so we can see the icon. Or not, in this case, but okay, fine. Right, so here's my rock. So get out of scan mode with tab, press M mode to enter mining mode. First, what it will do is it will scan the rock we're about to try and penetrate, and it will give us a rock energy level down in the bottom left hand corner, and there'll be a green and a red zone. It also tells me it's obsidian. I've picked up obsidian before. It's actually given me a criminal rating because it's illegal, but we can still mine it and show what it's all about. So we turn on the laser with the, make sure we're in fracture mode, and turn on the laser with the left, and then with the mouse wheel dial up the power level, the laser throttle level. Oh, and now you can see that the rock energy level is going up. And we need to get that in the green area. So we keep dialing it up. Notice I'm having to put the laser slightly to the right so we can actually see the rock energy level against the background, because it's really quite bright here. Okay, still going up. Let's dial it back a bit when it gets into the green. Now you can see and hear that it's beginning to sort of rumble. Well, it's in the green, right, so let's dial it back a bit. Still going up, let's dial it back a bit more. Keep dialing it back. There we go, it's fractured. Cool. Now, extraction mode. Now, are any of these purple? No, right, so back into fracture mode. Let's fracture this big one in front of us. Okay, so smaller rock, lower threshold. So low power. There we go, we're in the green. Let's dial it right down to 5%. Too much, 9%. There we go. Down a little bit more. Fracturing is almost up to 100%. Bar on the right hand side. Cool. Now hopefully, alright, so now we've got some purple ones, and so we right click the mouse to enter extraction mode, and then we simply just go on a bit like that, and it starts grabbing that raw material and putting it in your cargo bay. And there we have it. Let's go check out a cave. Alright, so here we are at the Coudray mine. It is the easiest one to find. It's the easiest cave system to find. As you can see, I'm not alone. So put me landing gear down, and then land. There we go. And then we'll go and have a look. Now, these cave systems apparently are vast. So this is going to be quite an interesting thing to see, really. Plus, we should be able to see, if we use our mining tool, the UI a lot better. Out here on the actual, in the daylight, it's not very good at all. Right, so... there we go. There we go. T to turn on my light. Let's get my... so you can see the UI around the gun a lot better. Not seeing any deposits though. Maybe they're further back down in the cave. Is there any way of scanning for them? Not for this. No. Oh, there's a glow stick. Falling's not too much of a problem because the gravity isn't that high here on Daymar. Still not seeing anything to mine. Carry on going down deeper into the mine. Is that where I came in? Is that as far as it goes? Ah, there we go, there's something. Let's turn my light off. Scanning. Alright, so you can now see the dial on the back of the gun. It says 64%, so I just dial it up with the mouse wheel. A bit more. Get it up into that green area which is on the left hand side. There we go. Back it off a little bit. Keep backing it off, I don't know how to do it. 50%-ish. Yeah, that's good. Let me dial it up a little bit. And there we are. Job done. And then we can stop that and stow the bits that we've just picked up. Excellent, there we go. And there it is. FPS mining, mining in the prospector, and how to find the various bits that you can mine. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Now you can hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, or you can join and subscribe to my channel. That would be really good. And you can hit the notification icon so that you keep up to date with my videos. But I'll see you in the verse, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.